President Trump's war with higher education heats up as Harvard announces it will not comply with the administration's demands. We have the latest.
I'm Courtney Kim. It's election day here in Irvine. I'll tell you all about the 3 candidates who are running for city council person. More on who's running coming up.
Pro-Chapman students are facing disciplinary action following a recent campus protest. We have an update.
And young moviegoers causing disturbances in some theaters as a result of a viral trend. We'll show what's going on. That story plus your weather and sports just ahead here on Chapman News.
From Dodge College of Film and Media Arts, this is Chapman News.
Happy Tuesday and welcome to Chapman News. I'm Yasmine Bari.
And I'm Grace Song. Our top story today, the Trump administration versus higher education. President Trump's fight with some of the country's top universities continues, with Harvard saying it will not comply with his demands. As a result, the administration says it will freeze more than $2 billion in federal funding to Harvard. The administration has demanded that Harvard make changes to its policies and programs. In an online statement, Harvard President Alan Garber said, quote, "No government, regardless of which party is in power, should dictate what private universities can teach, whom they can admit and hire, and which areas of study and inquiry they can pursue." This comes as Mohsen Madawi, a Columbia student, was detained by ICE in Vermont yesterday at what he thought was a citizenship appointment. Madawi, a green card holder, participated in Gaza protests on the Columbia campus last year.
There continues to be fallout from a student protest here on the Chapman campus last month. The protest was in response to the university's decision to place the head of Chapman's DEI office on leave. University administration says some students violated a new policy that prohibits the use of megaphones and other amplified sound devices while classes are being held. Now the university says those students face disciplinary action. Several of the students are members of the Chapman chapter for Students for Justice in Palestine. The Chapman Faculty Senate today drafted a statement calling for clarification on the policies the students are accused of violating and what possible punishments they will face. We will continue to follow the story as it develops.
Some local politicians and business owners are voicing concern about the impact of President Trump's global tariffs. While Trump has postponed reciprocal tariffs on several countries for 90 days, a 25% tariff on imported cars, steel, and aluminum is still in effect. Here in Orange County, businesses have felt the impact. At a recent news conference with OC business leaders, Congressman Dave Min says that the Trump administration's current tariffs will put a strain on the economy.
Whether it's goods, whether it's products you buy at the grocery stores, electronics, medical technologies, cars, a whole slew of products are going to become extremely more expensive in the interim, making it obviously harder for our families to get by.
Trade with China continues to be the most impacted by Trump's tariffs, as imported Chinese goods now have a tariff of 125%.
It happens every year, but it's not exactly a holiday. Today is tax day, the deadline to file your taxes. Many states are extending the tax deadline this year, including those who live in areas affected by recent natural disasters. This includes California wildfire victims. Their tax deadline has been extended by 6 months. A tax extension is also available for everyone else, but the deadline to apply is today. And there is some good news on this tax day. Some food and travel companies are offering sweet deals and free items for customers in celebration of filing your taxes. It's election day, and in Irvine, voters are making their voices heard in a special municipal election.
Voters are deciding who will represent Council District 5 through the end of 2026. Chapman News reporter Courtney Kim is live in Irvine with the latest. Courtney?
Thanks, you two. I'm here at Irvine City Hall, where voters are casting their ballots in today's special municipal election. After the 5th council seat was vacated by former council member Larry Agran, who was elected mayor last fall. 3 candidates are running for the seat, but who are they? More details on who they are coming up. Meet the 3 candidates in the running for the District 5 council seat: Betty Martinez Franco, Dana Cornelius, and Anthony C. Quo. Franco, an Irvine resident for 2 decades, strives for more affordable housing options, small business advocacy, being a small business owner herself, and empowering vulnerable populations.
We cannot pay rent. We cannot afford to buy the minimum necessities for our families. Students cannot find housing. Older people cannot renovate their homes. So I want to be part of the solution.
Cornelius, an HOA board member, aims to boost public safety by improving roads, backing first responders, and preserving the city of Irvine.
As District 5 Councilwoman, I will be solution-based, demonstrate courage and kindness on your behalf, and with political integrity. I will represent the original Irvine, the dream of the safe and quiet villages where neighbors know and take care of each other.
Former Vice Mayor and 30-year Irvine resident Quo is focused on city safety, education, affordable housing, protecting taxpayers, and combating car theft.
There's so many things that the city is undertaking right now that I'm looking forward to being a part of on your behalf, including the city's Committee and Commission on Wellness.
The polls close tonight at 8 p.m. Reporting from Irvine City Hall, this is Courtney Kim. Back to you.
The U.S. Energy Secretary is signaling a drastic shift in the U.S. climate policy, rolling back the Biden administration's push for clean energy. At the CERAWeek Energy Conference in Houston, newly appointed U.S. Energy Secretary Chris Wright announced plans to boost oil and gas production, stepping away from the Biden administration's clean energy efforts.
The Trump administration will treat climate change for what it is, a global physical phenomenon that is a side effect of building the modern world.
The Trump administration is prioritizing fossil fuels over renewable energy sources. The administration says the need for economic growth must be considered along with environmental concerns.
There's a statewide mandate in California that requires separating food waste and trash. The goal is to cut back the food waste that is sent to landfills by 70%. But according to a report from an Orange County grand jury, most cities in OC won't meet that goal this year. Maya Chief is the Land Health Director of Orange County Environmental Justice. She explains why cities in OC should be composting.
If we have so many trash dumps, just kind of accumulating space, we'll have less and less space. And it's also good for the environment to put those nutrients back into the soil so that we can grow more plants and keep like a sustainable kind of future for our earth and our food.
Compostable items are organic materials that can be broken down naturally into the soil. Here's a list of waste that is considered compostable. Acceptable items are fruits and vegetables, plants, yard waste, and packaging labeled compostable.
Spring usually brings warm weather, sunny days, and blooming flowers, but flower season may look a little different here in California this year. The State Parks Department says there will be a limited wildflower bloom this year, or what we commonly know as a super bloom. The department states it's because of our dry winter and lack of rain. This is the second year the state will go without a super bloom, with the last one occurring in 2023.
Trash on California's beaches is an ongoing issue, but one beach city is taking on this problem with a clever approach. The city of Newport Beach is building a groundbreaking $5.5 million trash interceptor located in the San Diego Creek between the Jamboree Road Bridge and the 73 freeway. The fully sustainable trash interceptor runs off solar panels and water currents. It works by funneling trash that comes down the river to a conveyor belt, which dumps the trash into bins and out of the water. Ellis Peterson, associate civil engineer, showed Chapman News the interceptor recently. He says cleaning trash out of the ocean is something we should all get behind.
We've already damaged the environment, and I think it's time to start moving in the other direction, and I hope that this allows us to do that.
The city of Baltimore has a similar interceptor called Mr. Trash Wheel that has been running since 2014. Both projects work to intercept and remove trash before it gets to the ocean.
Costa Mesa is moving forward with a project that combines both living and working spaces. The city is building the complex on the former site of RUCA headquarters, located on the border between Costa Mesa and Newport Beach. Costa Mesa City Council members want this space to include both living and working uses. I spoke to a City Council member who says the community will benefit from the additional housing.
That's 35 to 40 housing units that didn't previously exist, and we know Orange County, Costa Mesa, especially Westside Costa Mesa, is really in high demand, and so every housing unit matters.
The city commissioner credits mixed-use housing's increase in popularity to post-pandemic working conditions. Costa Mesa's current plan to add almost 12,000 new homes is the most in the city's history.
The 5 women who made a brief trip into space are talking more about it today. Blue Origin took news anchor Gayle King, singer Katy Perry, and 3 other women on a 10-minute flight into space yesterday. It was the first all-female astronaut crew since 1963. When the women returned, they said they had a new appreciation for the great blue rock we call home and hope to return to space once again.
I can't wait to go back out there.
The women were 62 miles above the Earth, allowing them to experience a few minutes of weightlessness before their shuttle parachuted down to the desert floor, returning them to Earth.
I'm Prinny Martinez. As the Trump administration continues to ramp up deportations, Chapman University continues to offer support to undocumented students. Coming up next, you'll hear from a professor who is leading that charge and find out why he feels a special connection to these students.
I'm Zachary Richter. The weather across the country has been showing a bit of a split personality. We'll have that and your local Orange County weather coming up.
What's that? I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
A doctor here in Orange County has helped a young girl dance again after a rare health scare. Dr. David Imagawa is a surgeon with University of California, Irvine. He specializes in liver and pancreatic surgeries. Last year, Dr. Imagawa performed Whipple surgery on a 12-year-old dance student and removed a baseball-sized tumor on her pancreas. Whipple surgery is considered a complicated operation, It's the removal of the head of the pancreas and part of the intestines. Despite having performed over 1,000 Whipple surgeries, this was still a rare case for Dr. Imagawa.
We've been very fortunate to develop a team of surgeons, of intensivists, of ICU, of nurses that are able to manage these patients. So it's a team effort. It's not just an individual effort.
UCI Medical Center is considered one of the best hospitals in the country for Whipple surgery.
A convenience store in Anaheim is reaping the benefits of selling a winning lottery ticket. The 7-Eleven on North Euclid Street sold the winning Powerball ticket in a drawing last month. The drawing was for $515 million. The winner, who has not been made public, has the option of receiving that jackpot in 30 installments or a $244 million lump sum payment before federal taxes. The owner of the 7-Eleven also wins. They will get a maximum bonus of $1 million from the California Lottery. The Multi-State Lottery Association says the odds of matching all 5 numbers and the Powerball number is 1 in 292.2 million. Last week was warm, and now this week seems to be back to normal. What's up with that?
The weather has felt all over the place. Zach, surely this has to have an explanation.
Thank you so much, Yasmine and Grace. That's right. The weather has been all over the place. So as we see here, right, those warmer temperatures that I was talking about, we see it on Seattle, 61 degrees, 59 degrees in San Francisco, but we really start to see it here in Las Vegas and Phoenix. We see around 84 degrees and 89 degrees. In Denver, we get a nice average temperature of 65 degrees, but we see those cooler temperatures too. Around Minneapolis and Chicago, 49 degrees and 47 degrees. New York and DC, both around 65 degrees with those cooler, cloudy skies we see mostly through the East Coast. And now taking a look at those average temperatures, we see, you know, those abnormal temperatures that we were talking about, right? Those above average temperatures on the West Coast all the way through, almost through those central United States. And then we get this clear line right down the middle and those below average temperatures on the East Coast. Now taking a look at next week, right, we see getting back to those more normal temperatures here in California, Washington a little bit below average, but those southern East Coast states right in Florida will see some above average temperatures. Now taking a look at Orange County's averages for April, we see around 75 degrees for the highs and 55 degrees for the lows. And now taking a look at our Orange County's highs for today, Westminster, Irvine, and Mission Viejo all around 64 degrees. Fullerton, my hometown, and here in Orange, both around 66 degrees. Our beach cities, though, Newport Beach, Laguna Beach, San Clemente, all around 62 degrees. Now taking a look at our Fenestra forecast, we see Tuesday 66 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we see cloudy skies with 66 degrees being the high on Wednesday, and Friday 62 degrees. But finally Saturday we see 70 degrees with mostly sunny skies. We'll see those suns starting to break through those clouds. And now we take a look at the current conditions here in Orange. We see Orange right now, 64 degrees, sunny skies, as we see Chapman right behind me. That's all I have here for the weather. Thank you so much. Back to you, Yasmine and Grace.
All right, thank you, Zach. The OC Board of Supervisors is ordering reforms at the county's embattled animal shelter. OC Supervisors Jeanette Nguyen and Vicente Sarmiento sponsored the proposal. Nguyen says she wants to support the shelter.
I want our shelter to do well. I want it to be successful, and I know it is successful, but there are places I think we can implement and make changes to.
Some of these changes the supervisors want include expanding the shelter's hours, appointing a community liaison, and requiring the shelter to publish monthly statistics on its website. The supervisors also unanimously agreed to direct county staff to research catch and release programs for cats in shelters from neighboring counties. The OC Council staff must report to the board by next month to decide how to move forward with catch and release programs.
The Trump administration's deportation policies have created uncertainty and fear in immigrant communities nationwide.
Here at Chapman, there's an office that provides support for undocumented students, offering resources, employment guidance, and a safe space to navigate college life. Chapman News reporter Prinny Martinez is live in studio to tell us more. Prinny?
Thank you, Yasmine and Grace. Dr. Oliver Lopez is a professor and advocate for undocumented students at Chapman University. I talked with Dr. Lopez. He tells me Chapman is committed to supporting students. Lopez says he can relate to students because he himself was at one point undocumented. He was a young boy when he came to the U.S. from Mexico City with his parents.
Yeah, this is very personal for me. And so I was in that position. I didn't have a choice. It's not like at 5 years old, I could have said, I want to go to the United States. And I think that was what the point of DACA was, right? That because the line used to be at no fault of their own. And that's why we need to give them an opportunity and so forth.
Besides humanitarian concerns, Lopez says deporting undocumented students is economically foolish.
Imagine all the money and the resources that have been invested on that one individual, and then removing all of that by deporting them and having all of that invested in them just lost. And we don't get to benefit from it. We don't get to benefit from the business that they start, from the research that they will eventually be a part of or initiate, from the, I don't know, if they become a doctor or an engineer or a teacher or whatever it may be, whatever contribution they may have, we lose out on it completely.
And Prinny, what other colleges have a similar program that offers similar resources for undocumented students?
Yeah, well, Cal State Fullerton has its Titan Dreamers Resource Center, which offers immigration referrals, academic help, and emotional support. Santa Ana College also has Undocumented Scholars Center that provides legal consultations, financial aid guidance, and access to counselors. Here at Chapman, the university says it has dedicated resources, financial support, and a community led by faculty advocates like Dr. Lopez.
Thank you, Prinny. How do schools protect the privacy of undocumented students who seek help?
Great question, Grace. Schools in California are legally required to protect student privacy under a federal law called FERPA. This means student records, including immigration status, can't be shared without consent. Many schools also follow sanctuary policies where staff aren't allowed to ask about immigration status and they're trained to limit communication with federal agencies. Plus, California law is based on the belief that every student deserves a safe, inclusive environment regardless of status.
Prinny, for that update. Coming up, the Long Beach Grand Prix celebrated its golden anniversary this weekend. Behind it all is a man who has dedicated his life to motorsports.
Ron Washington's Los Angeles Angels are heating up quick, and Roger Goodell is making big changes in the NFL rulebook, coming up in the sports segment.
During high school, I hung with the wrong crowd and I never graduated.
I helped Santiago in many different ways, like all fathers do, because he always wanted to go to college.
I felt a little embarrassed to come back to school, but eventually, once I came here, I knew that it's for a bigger goal.
He was very dedicated, hardworking. He connected with his teachers, he connected with other students. That was one of the key reasons why he was able to keep forging ahead.
It was amazing to see him graduate. This was one thing that meant so much to him, and of course, it meant so much to us too.
With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed. That support is everything.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How was it? Is it good?
The Long Beach Grand Prix marked its 50th anniversary this past weekend, and there was a special honor for the man who has dedicated his life to it. Jim McKellian, the president and CEO of the Grand Prix Association of Long Beach, was recognized at the Walk of Fame ceremony. McKellian started the Walk of Fame back in 2006, but says he never expected to be given the honor.
And honored to be selected into that group because, I put it together with the idea that we're going to be, real icons of the racing world, and now I have a chance to join them.
Even at 82, Jim McKellian says he doesn't have plans to retire just yet. Scott Dixon, 6-time IndyCar Series champion, and Beverly Lewis O'Neill, a past Long Beach mayor, were the other Walk of Fame inductees for this year. Nearly 200,000 people attended this year's Grand Prix over its 3-day period.
Today is 42 days celebrating baseball legend Jackie Robinson. Fans and players will wear their 42 jerseys today to honor Robinson. He was the first African-American player to be signed by the Brooklyn Dodgers, in 1945. Robinson faced intense pressure and racism from both fans and fellow players, but he was instrumental in ending segregation in Major League Baseball. Definitely a legend in sports history. All right, now it's time to get into more sports news of the day.
Xavier Rose joins us live with some updates.
Thanks, Yasmine and Grace. We are here starting with the NFL news today. There are some major changes ahead for the upcoming 2025 NFL season, and fans are not too happy about it. From allowing both teams to gain possessions each during overtime to using new advanced technology known as Sony Hawkeye to make first down measurements, eliminating original chain measurements. Commissioner Roger Goodell and the NFL say it's adopting these new measures to improve player protection and sportsmanship while improving the accuracy and speed of the game. Now to baseball. Ron Washington, the new Angels manager, is making his whole headlines for his recent success, earning their way up the ranks in their division. The Halos have started out strong, battling their way into the first place spot in the American League West. Washington has made major changes, from hiring new coaches to calling on the team's captains, Mike Trout and Anthony Rendon, for high performance on the field. Ron is also improving the locker room culture, creating mentorship relationships with Angel position players, which is no doubt part of the team's early success. Before the season started, Washington stated in quote, "Everyone is going to pull their weight. If they can't, they won't be there, simple." End quote. The Halos are currently 9-6, sitting at first place in the American League West, losing only one home game so far. Police now say 24-year-old LSU wide receiver Kyron Lacey's death this past weekend was a suicide. Lacey had declared for this month's NFL draft he was being pursued in a high-speed police chase in a Houston suburb on Saturday night when he crashed. Officers say that as they approached the car, they found that he had died from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot. Lacey has struggled since being involved in a previous car accident last December that killed an elderly Louisiana man. Lacey was projected as a first-round pick in next week's draft. If you or someone that you know are battling with mental health issues, please call or text the 24-hour suicide prevention hotline at 988. We do have one Chapman sports update. A new coach for the women's soccer team, TJ Perez, comes to Chapman from Minot State in North Dakota. Senior Czerena Lovell was one of the current players selected to meet with the potential coaching candidates. She said, quote, "Within the first week of Coach TJ being here, I would say that our team has had a new fire lit under the team. Coach TJ came in with intentions, goals, and standards for the culture of our team. Right from the bat, the energy in the air in the past week was nothing but excitement as we start the new chapter as a team." Welcome to Chapman, Coach Perez. We're looking forward to seeing you and the team in action in the upcoming soccer season. That's your sports update for this week. I'm Xavier Rose. See you next time.
Thanks, Xavier. Did you get stuck in a line trying to get into a Trader Joe's last week? We'll tell you why coming up.
You've heard of the $5 footlong sandwich, but have you heard of the Doritos footlong nachos? More on that right after the break.
As they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Good afternoon. I'm Natalie Ross. And I'm Samantha Collins.
Good afternoon and welcome to Chapman News. I'm Stephen.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this week's edition of Chapman News.
Since 2010, Chapman News has been covering weather, entertainment, sports, politics, and news, broadcasting from Dodge College's Marionette Studios.
As the only live newscast in Orange County, our journalists aim to highlight local, statewide, and national communities.
We're here to provide the most accurate, engaging, and relevant news for our community.
Tune in to our nationally recognized and award-winning newscast, Chapman News.
Watch locally on Channel 6 or on our YouTube to stay updated with the latest. For many music festival fans, Coachella is known for big stars and legendary performances. But this year, the performances are not necessarily taking center stage. Traffic backups had fans waiting as long as 12 hours to reach the festival in the 100+ degree temperatures last weekend in Indio. Officials say it should be smoother this upcoming weekend. Headlining performers include Lady Gaga, Green Day, and Post Malone. Somewhere between 80,000 and 100,000 fans are expected to attend this year's festival. If you go, tag us in your festival photos on Instagram at Chapman News. Subway launched a new $5 sandwich deal. The Doritos footlong nachos are now available. For a limited time, the sandwich features the classic Doritos nacho cheese chips and creamy cheddar cheese sauce, drizzled with a zesty Baja Chipotle sauce. So far, it has gotten mixed reviews from people who have already sampled it, with comments ranging from "it's a yummy snack" to "it's not worth the hype."
Long lines of people have been waiting outside Trader Joe's stores across the country, all for a $3 mini tote bag. First sold last year, these viral mini totes are back and available in more colors this time. How popular are the bags? Some customers here in Southern California started gathering outside the stores 3 hours before opening. At a Trader Joe's location in Los Angeles, the bag sold out in 2 hours. If you didn't get your hands on one, well, you can bid on eBay, where they are going for as much as $3,800.
If you're thinking about seeing the new Minecraft movie in theaters, you might want a fair warning first. Take a look at what you might encounter. The movie has been getting young viewers very excited, especially during one infamous part in the movie where Jack Black's character says the words "chicken jockey." Spurred on by the viral trend, young moviegoers start throwing popcorn, flashing lights, and jumping on one another. Movie theater management has started to complain, and one theater in New Jersey has even started requiring teens to be accompanied by an adult in order to see the movie.
History has its eyes on him as an original Broadway star returns to an iconic musical. Leslie Odom Jr., the actor who originated the role of Aaron Burr in Lin-Manuel Miranda's Broadway musical Hamilton, will reprise the character. Odom Jr. had played the role of Burr for 1.5 years. Now he is returning back to the stage that helped him win a Tony and Grammy Award.
The fact that I'm still doing it, and then I get to do it in these pieces that mean so much to me is just very meaningful.
Odom Jr. will perform at the Richard Rogers Theater in New York City from September 9th to November 23rd. He has even sold out his opening night show on the 9th. The show also is celebrating its 10th anniversary. For more information, visit hamiltonmusical.com.
We have been waiting for an announcement like this, and fans will definitely be back. I'm Yasmine Bari.
And I'm Grace Song. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Chapman news next week.
Chicken